This is Jamey Boyum at Como-Pickton Consolidated ISD, and I am here with Superintendent Gregory Bauer, and of course we're getting a little update on what has happened to some of your buildings out here. I guess you had some pretty severe damage from the recent storm.
Yes, sir. We had, I'd say probably about 90% of all of our school district has been affected by the storms in one manner or another. Some of our buildings got destroyed. As you saw out there, our athletic facilities over toward the football field got destroyed, and our roof systems got damaged significantly, and thus the roofs got destroyed in many areas, which caused a lot of water damage on the inside, and so we're reeling from quite a bit of that.
Yeah, it's and you were telling me that like the HVAC units, the air conditioning units on the roof tore off and caused more damage?
Yes, sir. You can imagine with winds in excess of 100 miles an hour when they hit something. I want you to think of it like when you were a child and you picked up a rock and you skimmed it across the water. That's what the wind did to those big industrial units that sit on top of our school system. It took about 20 or 30 of those units. Some of it picked up and just skipped it across our roof. And every time it hit the roof, it just punctured holes all throughout. Some of them, you're looking at some big heavy units, not just like a housing unit, a big industrial air conditioning system. You can imagine the force of those winds to have picked those up and skipped them across our roof system. So we've got some significant damage from that. And
of course it rained, so it got wet inside of all your buildings.
All the water poured inside of the buildings, and so we're recovering from the water damage, the structural damage from the storms itself, structural damage both from the high winds and structural damage from the air conditioning units plunging into the roof systems, and so a lot of damage.
Yeah, and then the field house, I guess that's just pretty much history, I guess.
Yes, sir. It's our field house got destroyed, our weight facility, our storage area for athletics, and also our concession stands are pretty much, one of them is completely gone. It's not even there anymore. It got destroyed so heavily, and the other one is collapsed for a big portion of it. So yes, sir.
Yeah, roof torn off, and
yes, sir.
It's so I guess, do these buildings have to just be bulldozed, or?
Many of them will just have to be bulldozed. You know how it is when you're waiting for the insurance company, just like at your house. I have to see what they say they will pay to get rebuilt or what they will pay to replace, and so that's kind of where we are for that. So.
And then school buses damaged.
Yes, sir. Not just our school buses, our transportation fleet as a whole. You've got trucks and vans and Suburbans and cars that we have, and then also our fleet of buses. And of that, the last update that I had on that, we had 84 windows or windshields that were completely destroyed or broken in some manner that have to be replaced, and that stuff adds up in a hurry. So I'm confident we'll have those replaced for sure by the time school starts, and I'm confident that the school itself will be repaired enough so that I can safely bring in the kids while construction continues on around them. So.
Okay, and then football, I guess you guys are having football anyway, but it's all going to be away games? Is that how you're working it?
Right now, we will not be able to have any home games. No, sir. The power of that wind just snapped our football lights, and I have many of them completely destroyed, and among some other damage with our bleachers, our field house, obviously, the bathrooms, the concession stands. We're just not in a place where we can host home football games this year, in which, in the grand scheme of things, I think back, it just sounds like a lot of damage, a lot of devastation, but I just praise God every single day that it happened at night through His providence, that He allowed it to happen at a time when no kids were here on campus and no staff members too.
Yeah. Now, as far as the stadium goes, I guess, does that have to be checked out to make sure it's still safe?
Yes, sir. There is a set of structural engineers that are going through, checking everything, make sure everything's safe. They put their eyes and equipment on each of our bleachers. The same thing that they're doing with our roof systems, with our walls, with our buildings. They're going through, and so this happened well over a week ago, and then here we are. We still have insurance adjusters still assessing the damage, structural engineers still assessing the safety of everything and the sturdiness of everything. Cleanup crews, the mitigation team that came in to stop the water damage, put the temporary patches on the roof, and to clean up all the debris. Since the last time you guys are here, most of that debris has been cleaned up and taken care of. There were 140 team mitigation crew here, and they pulled out yesterday. Was their last day here, and now slowly but surely the contractors are starting to come in and make the repairs. So
I guess at this point it's just trying to dry things out, and you're still really assessing.
Yes, sir.
At this point.
Yes, sir.
To see what's good and what isn't.
Yes, sir.
But you're still planning on starting school on the 15th?
We will have school started on the 15th. Yes, sir. They've already got the water damage stopped, and the mitigation crew did a great job with that. And now they're in there. They cut all the wet drywall, and now they're replacing it all. And they've already got 90% of it already up and replaced. And so, yeah, we'll have everything ready. Our biggest concern right now is the roof system and the air conditioner units. You know, just like when you buy anything else, today more than ever, you got a back wait for everything. And so I'm sure that the air conditioner units that we are trying to get replaced will probably be 3 or 4 months before they get here. And so we're devising a plan to bring in some kind of portable units so we can keep the kids cool whenever they get ready to come, and also keep the humidity out of the school so that we stop any further damage from happening.
Yeah, I noticed even the track was damaged.
Yes, sir.
I guess it was debris hitting the track.
Debris hitting the track, just flying, just like I was saying with the air conditioning units, pieces of, you know, whether that's the football field lights slamming down on top of it, or pieces of the concession stand being blown onto it and gouging holes into the track. Or, I mean, we have debris from other people's houses and other people's fields and barns that were strewn about here, and they plunged holes into things as they hit here too. So there's a hay ring right there in our softball field. You know, I mean, where did that come from? You know, so yes, sir.
So the softball and baseball field, do they look okay, or are they damaged too?
There's damage to those areas too, but not quite as significant as some of our other areas. Of course, you know, that's our newest construction that we've had, so that's newer, sturdier materials that we put into that. But even so, with that, there's still some damage there too.
All right. Anything else you want to add that I didn't ask you about?
I just want to, you know, our community has been great. The outpouring of love and support is tremendous. Even from, you know, whether that's from the news folks or from other schools in the area coming out and offering their help and assistance. I just, you know, when you come through, sometimes you go through disaster to see the humanity in different people, and that's what we're seeing here.
Good deal. Thanks a
Yes,
lot, Greg. Appreciate
absolutely.
all the information. So there you go. That's the update from Como-Pickton. We'll have more later on KLTV 7 News and KLTV.com.